Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world, to the world of Wayne. Something different this time. We've got 5 issues of Deagostini's Build the X-Wing. Now it's a different way of filming this because normally I do 1 issue per video, but I actually did these on a live stream yesterday. And I put the link for the live stream up there. So if you want to watch all the raw footage of me building this, where I do all the things that go wrong and I'm talking to the community, then check out that link up there and that will show you this completely unedited. The version you're going to be watching here is not only edited, but it's using different cameras which weren't available on the live stream. The other big difference is that the instructions don't pop up on the screen like normal, but I do try and explain what I'm doing as we go along. Now, we've got up to issue 34, so we did 30, 31, 32, 33 and 34. I've got 35 here, which will be a standalone video because there's quite a lot of bit to do on that. But I really enjoyed this way of doing it, especially for this build, because we have actually done 2 of the wings. And we're starting the 3rd one now. And I'm conscious that we're going to be building a 4th wing as well. So if you did like this way of filming, then let me know. And I will bundle probably the X-Wing ones together. So we do more than one at a time. You'll see that some of these issues actually went really quickly. So I don't know if it warrants a video on its own or not. But here's the edited version. Let's get cracking. This is the wing we've been working on. Looking just like that. Nothing special. This one's got a hatch at the bottom, which I believe is for the landing gear to go into there. So not really much going on. And obviously this side we had all the pipes and all those other pipes that I put in from the other side, which are now hidden. Not really a lot I can do with that, to be honest with you. But these are all the parts that we've got in this issue. Let's get them out and see what we've got. Make sure there's nothing in there. And I'm conscious of that because where we got this laser cannon here, I lost the end. So I'm going to make an end for that using some micro crystal clear. And we also have some screws in this one, which are XW02 screws. So we might need to get them open soon. But the first thing we need to do, looking at the magazine, is we need to take what they call 2 plant on details, which I'm dropping because they're so tiny. Looking just like that. And we're going to be putting this section, looking just like that, into it. So the way it goes, trying to figure this out, is we've got a lug just there that's going to go over the hole on that one just there, so we can push that in just like Lego. So then that piece or that detail, let me just push it right down, looks just like that. Okay, so next thing, obviously this detail has got a shape to it. It's going to match the shape that we've got on just this section here, so I'll put that in like that. And once again, we're just going to push that in. Lovely jubbly. Then we've got a little arch right next to it with a hole there. That's going to take this detail here. If anyone's never seen the X-Wing build, this is pretty much what the whole thing is. It's just pushing things together. No glues needed or anything like that. Now, we need to bring over the cannon here. And this is going to be assembled on these 2 holes on this side of the cannon here. And we'll plug that in. Just like that. And again, no glue needed. Although saying that, that bit fell out. So, that's that detail in. Nice and easy, isn't it? Okay, next we're going to be putting on this, what they called in this, engine cover. Which looks like that. That's going to go over this engine here. And as you can see, you've got 4 lug holes down the middle. They're going to match these 4 lug holes here. So that's going to go on just like this. Line it up. Push it into place. There we go. And that's in. And then we're going to be holding all of that into place by putting this cover here onto this section, making sure that the wires still come out the side just like that. Making sure that's fitting in perfect. There we go. And as you can see, this is going to take 3 screws, which are the XW02 screws. Right, I'm using a PHO screwdriver wearer, which are in my Amazon store. We've got to put 3 just into these ports here. I'm just kind of wondering. Oh yeah, they've gave you a spare, haven't they? So here's the first one. Here's the second one. And the third one just goes in here. Okay, we've got 1 screw left over. I'll put that to one side. The last thing we've got to do is we've got these little covers to put on. Now, this is quite funny. They want us to break these from the sprue and just put them in these holes. The trouble is, because they're round, it's hard to actually make them round. So what I tend to do is cut them off. Cut them off the sprue here. 1 second. 2. I don't want to pinging off in all directions. 3. And then I've got a little emery board here, which I'm just going to take away any flashing. Actually, I haven't cut that one very cleanly there. If it needs it. But it doesn't look too bad, actually. Let's put that one in. You're never going to see this anyway, and trying to get these in is a living nightmare. There we go. That's one in. A little bit on this one. Make sure none of them are coming out. There we go. Issue 31, we're going to be, I'll put in the wing on by the look of it and some trowels there, and then we're going to attach the cannon to the wing, and I do believe that's that wing completed then. Okay, this one we've got some XW02 screws. Okay, so we've got to bring over this section here again, and we're going to be putting this flashing, or sides, what they actually called in this, outer edge stripping along the insides here and here. We're going to take this section here, just with this notch on the end. That notch is going to go over this section here, and we're just going to push that into place. This way round. That's 1 in, 2 in, and 3 in. Perfect. And we've got the other side here, looking just like that. That's going to go into this side here. This side, where we've got a notch here, is going to go towards the engine pipes there. When you put these in, probably best not to touch those pipes at all, because they're very delicate. I think that's lined up. There we go. Push that in. And there we go. That's those 2 liners in. So the cannon is going to go on this stage here. Making sure I put it on the right way, because I've got a habit of putting this on the wrong way. Cannon's going to go on this way here. But we need to put the electric cable here through this hole. Obviously, the gun's going to be going on this way. I'm not happy with this. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. This label here, I'm just ripping it off. So it's going to sit just like that. Here. Locate the lugs there. So that'll be the right way round. That's looking good. We're going to turn this upside down. And we're going to secure the cannon in, which has just come out again, with 3 of the XW02 screws. Let's get them in. That's 1. Let that go now. 2 on this side. And then 3 in the middle. Excellent. And then we're going to plug this in to this point here, hoping that when I put the power, and I have got the power supply here, that everything's going to work. So we'll see. I'll plug this in here. I might need my tweezers for this. Making it flat. There we go. That's good. I don't really need these now. But I'll tell you what, because it's going to be sealed, I think I am going to put that just over the top there to stop that moving around. Yeah, it wants me to check it now. So let's plug it in. It'll be plugged in at this end. I'm not sure which one we're going to plug it into. Let's have a look. It wants us to test both of these. So I'll put this one in first and see what comes on. So that one's in. And what do we have? Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. We've got the engine light on. So I've just powered the engine. And then this one then should power the cannon. Let's hope that works. Ah, yes. You can see the cannon's all lit up there. And, well, hey, from the end there. Very good. So the electrics work. I'm happy about that. So we can seal this all up now, which means we just need to put this part just over this section here. I'm going to take this masking tape off here. Don't need that no more. And this is just a push to fit thing, so I need to make sure that where this is going in, to these holes here, where else? Here, and here that there's no cables in the way. Looks okay, actually. So let's lie that down. Have a good feel around where it's going to go. Ah, there we go. Once you've lined up 2 pegs, the rest should fall into place pretty easy. Just like that. Make sure it's smooth all the way around, which it is. And there we go. That's that section in place. See, if I turn it upside down, that is pretty much the wing completed, except we have still got this open area here, which I'm guessing we're going to be putting in the next section. Not quite sure, but that's pretty much what that's looking like. Issue 32 here. Let's see, we're going to be making the cannon, I think. Oh, and we're extending the frame as well. Look at that. I wasn't aware of that. I'll have to get that off the shelf. Excellent. So that's what's coming in issue 32. So let's get on with that now. We've got some screws in this one. We've got XW01 screws. So we need them. Chuck that away. I always like to work tidy as well. Just doing a quick inventory of what we got. You see, it might be the OCD in me. But I do like to make sure I've got everything I need. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the barbershop pole that we got at the cannon here, and we're going to be pushing this section into it. Now, obviously, it can only go in one way, which is the bigger end is going to go into this. Now, I did see Robbie Bobby do this ages ago on a different cannon, and he had a great deal of problem with this. So all I'm doing is just double checking I am putting it in the right way, is just to put a load of force like that. And there we go, that's gone in absolutely fine. So I'm happy that's now in. Then we're going to be putting the next section of the cannon on. It doesn't look like there's a difference in what side I put in. That's going to go into the top there. Once again, I'm going to have to push this really tight. That's so far of the cannon. Then we're going to get this detail here. They're just calling that a side detail, and we've got a little section to put in there, which is this tiny piece looking like that. Again, this can only go in one way. Goes in this way. Oh, push it down, looking just like that. Okay, then we're going to take on the laser cannon housing. This is called. This is just going to go into this section here. As you can see, I've got a tab and a large section there. It can only go in one way. Again, that's going to be pushed into here. This looks like it's quite a tight fit, so there we go. It clips into place. That's never coming out again. And once we've got that, it just wants us to keep all of these parts safe. We're not doing anything else for the cannon parts, so I can put that to one side. We don't need that. So we've got the cockpit now, and what we've got these extensions to it, which are going to be going on this section here to extend that out. So on the bottom of this cockpit here, we've got 2 holes there and 2 holes there. That's where these are going to fit. So this one will be going on that side just like that. This one's going to be going on that side just like that. There we go. Fitting in absolutely lovely. But we do need to screw these in, and this is going to be XW01 screws. And there is a big warning on this saying do not over tighten. I don't quite know what's going to happen if I over tighten. Should be interesting. Let's get one of these out. I can never get these out. Ah, that's better. Right. Now, of course, we have to secure these from underneath. So, yeah, make things easy for us, hey? Okay, so one of these is going to fall out. I'm going to put this one in first. And that's just going to go in there. Let's change the camera for that one. That one's going to go in just like this. Nice and tight, but I didn't put it in too tight. I didn't want to get into trouble. And here's the second one. Put it in there. Well, hey. Just like that. And again, tight, but not too tight. There we go. And that's that. Put these in how they go. That's this stage complete. Right, we're not going to need those sections. Pretty much lots of cannon parts here. The LED, XW01 screws, more cannon parts. Yeah, we've got a whole higgledy-piggledy mix here. And then we'll open these XWO ones up. Okay, so first things first, we're going to take the forward generator end cap. That's what this is called. And we're going to be pushing the LED through the bottom of it. Now, this LED here has got a habit of coming out. So you need to make sure it's pushed all the way through. I can't believe I can get through a stream without saying that. Push it all the way through so it looks like a nipple there. And then we're going to be doing the generator body, which looks just like this. It's this silver detail here. And there's two sides to that. These are quite simply just going to go together like this. But we need to make sure that we've got the wire here put in between that. So it's going to go in this way. With the wire coming on that way there. Oh, no, it's going to go in the other way. Oops. With these tabs here, closest towards that cannon there. And then we'll put this one in the other side. So it matches off. Whoop, this way round. That's better. And then push that together. And then we can push the cannon inside that. Like that. There we go. That's the top of the cannon completed. Okay, then we're going to be feeding the LED through this section here for the key through the open end, not the keyhole end. This section here that goes in like that, and once again we can actually put this together. As you can see, we've got a notch in there. It's going to fit the notch on that one, so that goes in like that. Look, it's growing in my hands. Okay, so we've got a notch in here. We're going to push the wire up here and hold that with my finger, because then we're going to be pushing this section in just like this to match it, and then obviously the wires coming out the side there. Once we've done that, we're going to be pairing up these two sections here and putting them together. Once again, you notice that I haven't used any glue at all. That just clips together just like that, and then all we have to do is put this end here just into the end there. So that goes in nice and tight, but like that. Whoops, make sure that's straight, and there we go. That's that laser cannon completed. Take the section from last time, which looks like that. As you can see, we've got two lugs on the bottom here. They're going to go into this section here. Other way around. Into this section like this. And this. Push it into place. So as you can see, that area is going to rest there. And we also need to make sure that the nipple is still out there. Once that's in, we're going to put the top cover over, making sure that the lead is still coming out through that little opening there. And then this is all going to get held together by this piece here, which just goes on the bottom. Push that in. There we go. That's going absolutely nowhere at the moment. And that's all they want us to do. They don't want us to fit the rest of the bits at the moment. That's a pain. I wanted to fit this bit in because we know where it goes. But no, they don't want us to do it in that episode. So I can put that to one side, and we're now going to be extending the frame. Okay, so we're going to take the end piece first. That's going to go with this tab here, pointing towards the cockpit. And that's going to just slot over the ends, like this there. And the same on the other side. And this is actually going to be secured with screws from the front here. The screws that we're going to be putting in for that are the XWO ones that I've opened up there. Okay, so these are screwed in from the front. That's the first one in. And you know what I'm going to say? We're going into metal. So I am going to just dop that into a little tiny bit of oil there to help that go in again on this side. Look how much smoother that goes in. See what I mean? So I'll put the front one on first. I don't know if I was meant to do it that way, but well, it's the way I've chose to do it. It does mean that I can turn this upside down now to fit the next one. The next one is going to go into these brackets just at the side here. We've got a lug, right? So we've got two lugs, one here and one here. This is going to match this section just like that. So it's going to fit perfectly over. And this is going to be secured in from the underside here. So I'll tell you what, before I put that in, I'll drop it in a little bit of oil to help that go in. That's one. And there we go. We've just extended that canopy frame out. So that looks good, doesn't it? And that's all there is to do in that issue. we've got some more canopy pieces there. Oh my God, look at that. We've got the ends. Now this is the one that's going to have the tip. Look, there it is. So we don't want to lose that. We're going to be assembling the cannon, and that's it. So there is the clear piece that's going to go into the end of the cannon. But I've got a habit of losing that, so I'm going to just leave that there for the minute. So we're going to be making the cannon. We don't need these metal pieces, so they can all go to one side. All we're going to be working on is just this bit here for the second. So we're going to be taking the mount of a rectangular... Oh, God, they've used the word flange. Fit half the suppressor mount onto the rectangular flange on the end of the laser cannon emitter. So basically this is going to go in... Let's just see what way. That way there, I'm guessing. There we go. So it looks just like that. Then we're going to be putting the top on. Just like that. Squeeze that together. There we go. That's the tip of the laser done. Then we're going to be putting the suppressor on, which is this section here. Now this always moves around for me, even though it has got a keyhole sort of section which stops that happening. You can lock that into place to your heart's content here. But it will work itself up there, and you have to turn that around again. But there we go, that's the suppressor on. Then we're going to be putting the little cap on the end. So that's just going on. Oh, this is fiddly. Okay, then we're going to be taking the cannon that we worked on before, and we're going to be poking through this optical fibre through the top here, as far down as it goes, just like that. Then we're going to be putting this top on, which means we need to thread this through. Seeing how this goes. We need to thread this through here, through the hole. Get in there. It's got a very definitive pattern there, or shape, so it can only go in one way. Get that all the way in. And then when I put this in, first thing I'm going to do is line that up correctly. Hang on a second, that way around. There we go. And then making sure they fit in perfectly, that these rods here go into this black section here. So that looks just like that. Once we've done that, we're going to thread the cannon through. So that's the next thing. So that goes down there. Onto the end. Like that. And then we'll just put the end of the cannon on. So this is going to thread all the way into here, which doesn't really want to go in that far. It needs to go all the way to the end of this. I can see this is going to be, oh, there we go. And then we can plug that in the end. And there we go. That's a cannon done. And that is that stage complete. And guess what it wants me to do? It wants me to test it to make sure that I haven't broke anything along the way. So plug it in. Hopefully it lights up. And as you can see, probably whatever camera, look, that lights up fine there. And there. I do like how it looks through the end there. So yeah, I'll definitely leave it there. So that's another job done. Unplug that. I could put that to one side. And there we go. I really do hope you like that video. Now, later on today, probably around about 3 o'clock afternoon time, we're going to be releasing the next issue of the Bismarck, where we're doing the searchlights. A little secret for you, if you want to watch it now, go onto my playlists for the Bismarck. You'll see it in there already. But I will put that live to the public around about 3 o'clock today. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing issue 30 of the Ecto 1 from Hero Collector. And then Friday, we're going to have the Ferrari F40 out. So that's what's coming. But I really do hope you like that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.